Yo, what's up, guys? We're out here at Trixie's. We're giving a little tour of the place right now. You know, it's a great time. It's a Motion in the Mitten, you know, and we're about to get ready to go up here next after Ghost Man here. All right, he's actually up performing right now, so I'm not too far away. You know, he's got his 10 minutes and I got mine. So they got a nice little poster right here, and you know, that's dope. You know, it's for the cause, you know. You're going to be rocking it all summer, baby. We're going to be rocking it all summer, you know what I mean? So we about to go inside and catch his set, you know what I mean? We got to show love and support our homies. We heading inside right now. Fucking, this is about to be a blast, you know what I mean? We all out here killing it. Right now, having a great time. Alright, what's up, guys? It's YMSA here with Wavy. We're here at Trixie's. You guys already know it. He just got done performing here a little bit ago, and we're going to do a little interview here. Solid performance. I'd like to give you a shout out, you know what I mean? You guys are killing it here tonight.
Man, them tracks were sweet, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
know a lot of people like this ain't a really EDM show, but like it's not an EDM show, but that shit was fire, bro, for sure. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And so how would you say your music helps give back to the community and like the type of events that you guys do and stuff?
Okay, so the Major Motion Boys, honestly, we're just a collective of artists that we like to give back to our community, man. We're from Pontiac, Michigan. We go to the Hope Warming Center a lot, man. We give out pizzas, hot dogs, man, anything we can. It's like a lot to say you have in motion, but like you're not doing anything with it, man, helping out the community. I come from Pontiac, Michigan, man, and I've struggled a lot. And just using this to be like have an opportunity to give back to people really helps us a lot, for sure. Like really helps me personally. I know that for sure.
Do you have anything to say for future generations of artists that are, you know, just starting out, something that might help them along their way?
All right, I'm gonna look in the camera for this one, man. I started off with $0 and just an idea with a group of friends, man. It doesn't matter how many people tell you you're ass. There's one person watching you, and that's all it takes to keep me going. So I would say that as long as you got at least one person watching, at least you got a family member watching, you got yourself watching, just keep going, because this shit goes from one person to 10 people to 100 people watching. And I mean, I don't personally follow views or anything like that, but just a guy from Pontiac, I have over 100,000 streams just making music and doing what I love. So I would just say keep going, man. Art is art. Do what you love to do.
I appreciate that, and I like to say the same thing. You know, I myself, I'm not that huge of an artist, but me and my buddy 7-Star Crown, we actually just hit over 100,000 views.
Hell yeah, bro.
100,000 streams,
Hell yeah.
You know, all together on DistroKid not too long ago.
Hell yeah, shout out DistroKid.
Yeah, and we'd like to keep them numbers going, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you for the interview here tonight and everything, man.
My name's Wavy, man. I appreciate y'all.
That's a cut. What's up, guys? It's YMSA. We out here at Trixie's tonight, and we out here with White Rhino.
I think I've been rapping for about like 21 years. Like I started around when I was like 15, so yeah, that'll tell you how old I am. But yeah, I mean, realistically, like, you know, I feel like I've taken it in segments, you know, like there was like the beginning of my of rapping, and then like you level up, you know what I mean? So like you take it to a different level. I remember like in high school, I used to write raps and record them, and I didn't show nobody. Right. You know what I mean? And then by the time I got out of high school, I was, you know, on a mixtape that was like the biggest in my little local like town. You know what I mean? And then after that, it was, you know, the next step. And then I think for me, it's been different segments of the career, and like the Major Motion Boys. One has been the most recent, you know, segment, and Bullseye Music Group being the new jump into like more of a more professional step. So it's been a long career for sure. Yeah, like music can take you on a trip.
Have you only been a rapper, or have you dabbled in making your own beats, or Are you a music producer as the main question here, or do you just rap?
Yeah, I dabble in a little bit. I mainly just rap. Like, but when I was a little kid, I played drums a little bit, and then I did make beats for a little bit, and I do record all my own music. So, if that says anything, I'm a little bit of an engineer. Yeah, and I can make some beats, and I got some. I got some. I can play the drums a little bit. You feel me? But yeah, I mainly just rap. Mainly just a rapper for sure.
No, for sure, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm an artist myself. I make beats. I'm not really a rapper per se. You know, I do electronic music.
Okay.
But I also make hip hop and I make R&B for my buddy, R&B, pop, and then a little bit of trap here and there. But I mainly focus on like hip hop and then the electronic side for myself. And Rhino, what is the Motion in the Mitten tour?
So the Motion in the Mitten tour is the new version of the Cloudy in the Mitten tour, which was a segment of tours we did. We did the Cloudy in the Mitten tour, the first one in 2017, and it was basically just a string of shows around Michigan that we did. It was just a tour of shows around Michigan. It's with the same core guys, which is cool. So, and then we did Cloudy in the Mitten Tour 2 in like 2022. We did Cloudy in the Mitten Tour 3 in 2023. And so it's just fitting that we had to bring it back. And we brought it back with the Motion in the Mitten instead because it's the Major Motion Boys now. And that's basically where the name came from.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that. And that about sums it up. And I really appreciate you bringing me on here tonight. And appreciate being here tonight at Trixie's.
Hell yeah, man. For sure. Anytime.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys, and that's about sums it up for our interview with Rhino. Just DJing for you guys here tonight. Some of my unfinished mixes that I've been working on. Let's go!
Hold up, with my aces, with my queens, bet I'm hold up, these bottles of my dreams, hope the models and some things.
What's up, guys? It's YMCA again, and I'm here with Frank J. All right, and we're gonna get right into this one. All right. So Detroit has had a voice for the people that really don't have a voice, and music speaks a lot for that. And what do you want your music to hit on? You know what I mean?
I want my music to hit on different levels. Growing up, I made a few songs, and it kind of helped me realize that I move people. I really move people. And, with me singing and stuff like that, even when I do my melodic rapping, it's like I touch hearts. And that's the one thing I want. I want to touch all the hearts, all the mindsets. Like, I want to be able to get you out your depression on some of my songs. I want to be able to stop you from doing a suicide attempt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what it is. Something that you can get your aggression off of, workout, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I want my music to target every place it can target. That's what I'm pushing for.
Are you mainly a vocalist, or do you play any instruments or producer or anything else like that? And how long have you been an artist?
I've been an artist when I came out the womb. I've been all my life. Look, started off in church. And then I just took a turn for R&B. My mans hit me up. Was like, he heard me and my boys in the basement rapping. He heard me singing a little bit. Was like, want to go to the studio real quick? He wrote me a quick hook. This is when I didn't know how to, do what I was doing. I just knew how to sing. Wrote me a quick hook, and I just took the fly off of that. I'm a producer. I produce people music. You can catch me in Pontiac, Michigan. You can follow me on Frank J. Frank J _1 on Instagram. Frank J on Facebook. And Frank J on TikTok. As far as instruments, my baby. You like drumline?
Yeah.
He fuck with the drumline. I did a lot of drumline. I did a lot of drum sets. I did a little bit of piano, but I'm more of a drum head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the beat. I like to keep the tempo of everything. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in church, that's another thing I did. I got taught how to play the drums. I got taught how to play the drums to beat that heart. Once again, beat that heart, that tempo for people. You know what I'm saying? I wanna. My bad. You just threw me off.
But it's all good. We're going to cut it there, and I appreciate the interview, Frank J, and, the realness and tapping in with us for a second. Huh? And is just real quick, is there anything that you haven't said but that you'd like to say?
Keep your heads up. It's only temporary. Listen to y'all music, keep some money in y'all pocket, keep that job going, and live life. Because you only got one. Love your mama, love your parents, love your family, love everybody. Because hating is not. You don't have enough room to hate on somebody. So love them. That's what I'm trying to say. Love your people.
Dab it up.
Love this nigga. Look, I love this nigga. I love that nigga. You gotta love everybody.
And that's Frank J, guys, and we're YMSA, and that's gonna. What's up, guys? We're back at it. I'm YMSA, and I'm here with IRL Nash this time.
You already know what it is. It's your man's IRL Nash. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. If you ain't know, then you better know.
What influences do you think have been the most critical on your artist career?
Man, the influences question. Kid Cudi, specifically, one of the GOATs to me. I know a lot of people gonna hate that I say it, but Kid Cudi, Jay-Z, listen to a lot of the newer, not newest, because the new cats, I don't know a lot of them young motherfuckers, 19, 20. But the Lil Uzi Verts, the Gunners, I know people hate Gunner right now, but I like listening to it for the music. And when I listen to all these artists, they just great artists at making songs. Drake, of course, Drake was a big influence, but also Kendrick. So I don't get into the whole beef debate because I be like, both of these dudes were part of the reason why I am the artist that I am today. I'm a low-level streamer. Most of the people who looking at me is me. But I got into streaming because it was an outlet. It was a way for me to just talk my shit and be myself and not have to worry about anybody else or what anybody else was talking about. I used to do a podcast back in the day, and it was always about what everybody else wanted. It wasn't about what I was trying to do. Now I got this ability to just do whatever I want to do, talk about whatever I want to talk about, or not talk about shit that I don't want to talk about. And that alone should be just your outlet, just like music. I'm not making no big hits off of music right now, but the big thing is that's my outlet. It's a place for me to just be me. And what people got to understand is that that's what all of this shit should be about. It's a place for you to just be yourself, for you to care about yourself, and for you to give in to those ambitions. So that's how I got into streaming. I just thought it was another way for me to just be like, hey, I want to talk my shit, but I want to talk about the shit I want to talk about. So,
And that's great because streaming is just another way for you to get your First Amendment out. And it's true because it's your voice.
First Amendment or Second Amendment, because you might have to pull a gun out on a nigga one time.
And that's gonna be a wrap for this interview right here. But thank you, man, and I appreciate this so much.
Major Motion Boys, man.
IRL Nash, ladies and gentlemen.
Hella merch.
What up, man? It's your boy Tone Gotti checking in, man. I want to shout out my boy Kazi Allen, man, all the way from Tiny Desk to Hamtramck at Trixie's Bar, man. We shutting it down. Y'all go tap into them right now. Let's get it.
What's up, guys? Here we're back with another interview, and I'm here with Peso today. You know, he just got done with his set a little bit ago, killing it, I might say. You were here with a couple artists, I believe so. Wavy and Wavy Ace.
Yes, and Tone Gotti as well. All Major Motion Boys. We've all been rocking for a while, so we got some good music out there.
How would you say your music gives back to the community in any way, if you think?
Well, actually, recently, Major Motion Boys went out to a homeless shelter. The video's on YouTube, Major Motion Boys on YouTube. We went to a homeless shelter, gave out a bunch of pizzas. I don't know if Wavy said anything to you guys about that. We like to give back to people where we can. We get a little bit of money up, try to give back to the communities that we came from, Pontiac, Detroit, Flint. You know, we try to give back by, putting on shows and making sure that people can come out, spread their music, show love to us. We show love to them. We support. The whole team supports a wide network of Michigan artists. So, and even beyond that, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, all throughout. So we do our best to try and make sure that we put people on as well.
That's awesome. And again, I'm glad to be here tonight as well. I just wish my buddy could have been here and we could have performed together.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
I was checking your stuff out. You're hot, man. I
Thank-
like all that. I don't really listen to EDM as much as I used to, but I'm still big on it, and you're fucking killing it. It looks great.
Thank you,
Sounds great.
thank you, man. I actually messed up. I was checking the levels in the car, and I moved the first track over, and that's why it just came in. And I was like, oh,
No, it's all right. Like I said, I was mixing myself. I was mixed my set in the car, and in between the third and fourth song, there was like a 10-second gap where I was like, "Where'd the music go?" All right, I guess we're doing this now.
Do you have anything to say to people learning the stuff that you do, so that would help them?
That's actually a really good question. So I do classify myself as an artist. I do rap first and foremost because that's like one of my biggest talents. But I have been branching out into mixing, mastering, like my own recording myself, as well as trying to learn how to create beats. And like I'm really good at samples. Beats are very hard for me. Don't know how to do it quite yet, but I'm learning it. Just because I want to like be multifaceted, to be able to kind of make my own, just get it out there, you know what I mean? From my, the comfort of my own home, not having to go pay somebody for a recording studio. But if somebody coming up not really know, I would say just start doing it. Like you can do it on your phone, get BandLab. It may not sound great, but start doing it and figuring out, how stuff works. Do YouTube videos, they help you out. I learned a lot from the community, reaching out to people, all of the whole team, whole Major Motion Boys. We all do so much stuff. Brendan Medicinal on the beat, he makes beats and stuff. So he's kind of been showing me this, that, and the third. So really just start doing it. Like there's no time like right now than to start getting your stuff out there,
I completely agree 100%, and that's really how I learned is YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out and having the interview.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, brother.
Major Motion, baby. That's what we're doing here tonight. It all brought us together. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's YMSA here again with another one. I'm here with Pico Stacks this time. He just got done performing here tonight. And we're just going to do another interview, and we're just going to roll right into it, all right? All right. How do you think your music helps the world in any way, if anything at all?
I don't know if it do. I mean, I make music really with myself in mind, so like-minded people. I mean, because it's a lot of music can be superficial. I got a project called Marijuana Health for My Anxiety, and the undertone of it is dealing with actual problems in life, but paint the image to like kind of grab your attention. I took a picture in front of a marijuana tree that was growing outside. So, but yeah, anyway, that I say that to say that I think I help people who may deal with depressions of certain sorts or just may be in a lower end. And I don't glorify a lot of things. I just I'm a hardworking person like the next guy.
No, that's awesome, and I kind of feel the same way. You know what I mean? I make my music, to even help myself. You know what I mean? Because I might have been in a funk or something, and that music helps me get away from my stresses. You know what I mean? Of the day to day.
Stories that haven't been heard. Why do I believe they haven't been heard?
Yeah, or told.
I guess being in the position. A lot of people just aren't in position to voice their opinion. So a lot of thoughts don't become heard by the masses because, there's always some type of person who's in a position of power who, quote unquote, opinion matters more than the little person. So, I mean, that's pretty much, I guess, the gist of it. Being in the right position, then those stories can be told.
And with that in mind, do you believe that you're voicing your opinion to help the little people or to help give back to the community in that type of way?
I say yeah. I mean, it might not necessarily be in music I make, but I'm a good example. I'm a father to my son. I'm a business owner. I help employ others, so I lead by that example. And it translates over into music as well. You get to know a person, but I think I'm a good example in that way.
No, that's great, and sometimes being an artist is not just being a musician, you know what I mean? And sometimes art is running a business, you know what I mean? Because music is business as well. So they do correlate and they do go hand in hand, like you just said. But that's going to cut it here for the interview tonight, and I appreciate talking with you again. Pico Stacks here, guys.
Stacks, man. Follow me, Pico Stacks. Stream me, Pico Stacks. I'm everywhere, Pico Stacks, man.
What's up, guys? It's YMSA here for our final interview of the night, and we got Tone Gotti here, and we're just gonna go right into it here. You did a Tiny Desk performance not too long ago. I haven't asked anybody about this yet, but how was that experience for you as an artist?
Hey, man, that experience has been really crazy, man. All of my supporters has been tapping into the show. So I told them to tap in to Tiny Desk, Kazi Allen. I'm telling them to go follow his Facebook, Instagram. So I really loved it. It was a cool experience to go out to Ann Arbor and do that, Shout out to y'all.
And, talking about Tiny Desk here, now I know a lot of artists use substances. Now I'm not going to say, but do you use the psychedelic substances? And would you say that psychedelics have had any influence as you as an artist?
I haven't used it, but I for sure heard about, people have a lot of influence on it for sure, But my slogan, I always want to tell people, man, if you don't know, stop acting like you slow, man. That's my little slogan, word from Tone Gotti.
That's awesome. And you as an artist, how long have you been an artist, and what do you do as an artist yourself?
I've been an artist for a long time, man. I'm 30 years old right now. My birthday, April 4th, born 1995. Been rapping since I was like 10 years old, taking it serious since I was like 23, 25, learning the business side of it. So, it's been a great experience. I'm having fun with it, man. That's all I'm doing.
That's awesome. And that's all we really can do as artists, try to make people happy and, have fun while we're doing it. What's the craziest thing that you haven't said or done in an interview?
The craziest thing I haven't said in an interview is don't eat ass.
And that's going to cut it for night, folks.
Hey, come back here. I need a pic with you, Tone.
But I heard Dale eats ass, and he'll suck a peanut out of it.
From underground stages and roaring crowds, artists clashed in a war of rhythm, skill, and legacy. Now, the echoes of that battle have reached the farthest edges of the cosmos. Kazi Allen, a relentless seeker of greatness, has traveled far beyond your galaxy-scouring worlds, systems, and soundscapes in search of the ultimate competitors. Only the strongest remain, only the bold survive. This is not just a contest. This is not just a crown. This is the 7-star crown. These are your champions.
Soldier in the crowd, looking at the stars right now. Try to find myself.